What if Japan has places that seem impossible? Villages floating in volcano craters, monkeys bathing like humans, castles flying above clouds. Japan hides its most incredible secrets. Beyond Tokyo lies a world tourists never see. Ancient mysteries still alive today. Villages where time stopped. I found 20 places that shouldn't exist. Islands ruled by wild rabbits, trees living for thousands of years, sacred mountains holding existence secrets. These aren't abandoned ruins, living mysteries hiding in plain sight. Impossible things happen daily. Japan doesn't want you knowing. Today, I'm revealing Japan's secrets. 20 places changing everything you know. Welcome to Hidden Japan. Deep in the mountains of Miyazaki, there's a gorge carved by ancient fire and water. A secret place where legends float like mist. Takachiho Gorge is no ordinary valley. Its towering cliffs, dark and jagged, rise like frozen waves above a jade-green river. They say this is where gods once danced, where the sun goddess hid in a cave and light was almost lost forever. Now, the river whispers that old story as it slides under hanging vines and the soft spray of Minenotaki waterfall. Rent a small boat here and you'll drift through silence broken only by water drops and the echo of something ancient. When the light hits the cliffs, they glow gold. And in that moment, you feel Takachiho is more than nature, it's memory. Hidden in the forests of Hokkaido lies a pond that seems unreal. Its surface shimmers with the bluest hue you've ever seen. They call it Shirogane Blue Pond, a mirror of turquoise, where slender white birch trees stand like guardians frozen in time. This color isn't painted by man, it's nature's secret. Minerals from volcanic springs tint the water, turning it into liquid sapphire. On still days, the pond reflects the sky so perfectly it feels like you're standing at the edge of another world. In winter, the scene changes again. Branches heavy with snow, and the blue glowing beneath like a dream trapped under ice. Stand here quietly, and you'll feel it too. The strange calm, the silence, the magic of a place that almost feels alive. High in the mountains of Zhao lies a hidden jewel, Okama Crater Lake, a place born from fire, yet glowing with surreal beauty. Locals call it the Five-Color Pond. Why? Because its water shifts from emerald to sapphire, depending on the mood of the sun. This crater was carved by volcanic fury centuries ago, yet today it rests in perfect stillness, like nature's secret eye, watching the sky. Legends whisper that the gods bathe here, in water so clear it feels like a portal to another realm. Look closer. The colors are alive, dancing with every cloud, every breeze, as if the earth itself is breathing. Few travelers ever climb this high, but those who do swear it's like standing on the edge of another world. Hidden deep in Hokkaido's Akan Teshikaga caldera, Lake Mashū appears like a fragment of another world, a flawless, mirror-still bowl of water cradled by emerald cliffs. Formed over 7,000 years ago by a massive volcanic eruption, this crater lake has fascinated Ainu storytellers who named it Kamuito, the Lake of the Gods. On clear mornings, its surface reflects the sky so perfectly you can't tell where water ends and horizon begins, an illusion so pure it earned the title Japan's clearest lake. Local legend whispers that if you stare into its depths at dawn, you'll glimpse the ghostly silhouette of a goshawk, guardian spirit of the caldera, soaring through misty veils. Silence here is tangible. The crisp air carries only the soft sigh of wind through pine needles, while shafts of light dance across turquoise waves, inviting hushed awe. As you drift away from its glacial shores, Lake Mashū lingers in memory, an otherworldly jewel that reminds us how unearthly Earth itself can be. On Japan's western coast, where sea winds meet the sky, lies a surreal desert dream. Waves of golden sand stretching beyond reason, the Tottori sand dunes. Sculpted by wind over thousands of years, these dunes rise and fall like a sleeping ocean, some as tall as a 6-story building, shifting shape with every breeze. Footprints vanish within minutes, camels cast shadows on the ridges, and the Sea of Japan glimmers just beyond the horizon, blue meeting beige in perfect contrast. Here, silence echoes. The only sound is the whisper of sand grains tumbling down wind-blown slopes, like time slipping through an hourglass. Locals speak of it as a sacred place, a landscape both foreign and familiar, where the ordinary rules of Japan's lush scenery no longer seem to apply. They say if you see Mount Fuji in your dreams, your wish will come true. But seeing it in reality, that's something else entirely. Towering at 3,776 meters, it's Japan's tallest peak, perfectly symmetrical, eternally snow-capped, and more spiritual icon than mountain. For centuries, poets, monks, and wanderers climbed it, not for conquest, but for connection, with nature, with the divine, with themselves. At sunrise, it turns rose gold. At sunset, a fading silhouette against fire-colored skies. And on cloudless days, it floats like a dream. From Lake Kawaguchi or the Chureito Pagoda, its beauty doubles, reflected in still water or framed by cherry blossoms and torii gates. Mount Fuji isn't just a mountain, it's a feeling, silent, sacred, and unforgettable. And once you've seen it, it stays with you forever. Tucked between rice fields and whispering willows lies a village where 8 ponds shimmer like glass, fed by snowmelt from sacred Mount Fuji. They call it Oshino Hakai, 8 springs, 8 mirrors, formed from volcanic waters that filtered through lava for over 80 years before surfacing. Peer into the pools, and you'll see koi gliding over stones, reflections of that perfect mountain, and a sky so still it breathes silence. Around the ponds, thatched roof houses and old water wheels hum softly, as if time chose to sleep here, untouched by rush or noise. Pilgrims once believed these waters were sacred, cleansing both body and spirit before climbing Mount Fuji. Some still kneel to sip from them today. In every ripple, a reflection of Japan's soul, quiet, clear, eternal. Oshino Hakai isn't just a place, it's a pause in time. Beneath the calm surface of Hakon's mountains, the earth breathes, and in Owakudani, it doesn't whisper, it hisses, steams, and roars with life. This is no ordinary valley. It was born from a violent volcanic eruption over 3,000 years ago, and the landscape still hasn't stopped boiling since. Sulfur smoke coils from the rocky ground. The air smells of fire and minerals. The soil is stained yellow by ancient chemical warfare. Locals call it the Great Boiling Valley, but it's also a place of healing, where volcanic heat powers soothing hot springs and spiritual renewal. Black eggs, cooked in natural sulfur springs, are said to add 7 years to your life. Tourists come for a taste of immortality. Steam, ash, myth, and science. Owakudani is a place where Earth speaks loudly, not in words, but in rising heat and elemental breath. They call it the White Heron. Perched high on the hill, Himeji Castle doesn't just stand, it floats, graceful and untouchable, like wings spread in stone. Built in the 1600s, it has survived everything. Fires, wars, even bombs. When the city fell, the castle stood, untouched, like time whispered, "Not this one." Its walls twist like a maze, by design, not to welcome, but to confuse. Every corridor was a trap, every gate, a test of your intent. From above, it looks like a dream. Tiered rooftops stacked like waves, shining white in the sun. But inside, it's wood, shadow, silence, and echoes. They say samurai still walk its floors, that the wind carries voices through its beams, not haunted, just deeply remembered by the land beneath it. Today, it's Japan's crown jewel, a fortress that defied death, a castle that never crumbled, a white bird that refused to fly because it already ruled the sky. Long before Tokyo rose, Nara ruled, and in the whispering woods just outside the city, live ancient messengers with eyes deep as myth. Over 1,000 sacred deer roam freely, bowing gently to visitors, not trained but respected. In Shinto belief, they're divine, guardians of the old gods. The path winds through tall cedars, soft moss underfoot. Around you, deer step silently, like old spirits walking beside pilgrims of centuries past. In autumn, golden leaves scatter like prayer papers. In spring, sakura petals fall across their backs. Every season here feels like a quiet ritual. Nara Deer Park isn't just a tourist stop. It's a living story, a place where gods wore fur and the forest still remembers. They say some places look like dreams, but here, it's real. A sea of color, gently swaying in the wind. This is Hitachi Seaside Park. Come in spring, and the hills explode in a soft blue haze. Nemophila flowers, millions of them, stretching to the horizon like the sky fell to earth. But return in autumn, and it transforms. Crimson kokia bushes roll across the land like fireballs, glowing under the sun, as if the hill itself is breathing. No matter the season, the colors don't just dazzle, they envelop you. People walk in silence here, like they're afraid to wake the magic. This isn't a garden, it's a living painting, a canvas of seasons, changing tones, yet always whispering the same thing. Stay, just a little longer. Hidden in the mountains of Gifu lies a fairy tale village where time forgot how to move forward and winter paints everything in silence. This is Shirakawa-go, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a living postcard of steep thatched roofs, snow-drenched lanes, and wooden homes built like folded hands. The Gasho Zukuri houses are more than beautiful. They're brilliant. Designed to survive brutal snowfall, their steep roofs shed weight like a monk sheds ego. Wander through the village, and it feels staged, but it's real. Smoke from chimneys, rice paddies shimmering, rivers whispering beneath ancient footbridges. In winter, light festivals turn the village into a glowing dream. Homes lit like lanterns against a backdrop of midnight snow and mountain silence. Shirakawa-go doesn't just show you beauty, it humbles you. Here, nature and tradition don't compete. They bow to each other in perfect balance. In the heart of Japan's ancient forests, a hidden roar echoes, where water plunges from cliffs like silk unraveling from the sky. This is Kegon Falls, Nikko's thundering masterpiece, a place where time stands still, and the earth itself seems to whisper through mist and moss. Born from Lake Shuzenji, this 97-meter drop crashes into a rocky basin, veiled in fog, surrounded by maples that ignite each autumn. It's no ordinary waterfall. It's a shrine of sound and silence. Monks once meditated nearby, believing the falls cleansed both spirit and sorrow. In winter, it freezes mid-fall, as if nature paused mid-sentence, holding its breath in icy suspense. Still fierce, still beautiful. Stand before it, and you don't just see Japan, you feel it. Wild, sacred, eternal. This is the pulse of Nikko's mountains. Some journeys don't ask for a passport. They ask for stillness, for eyes that see beyond the obvious. In Japan's hidden corners, beauty whispers instead of shouts. Mist, stone, and silence hold stories even guidebooks forget. Temples carved into forests, waterfalls echoing across centuries, villages lost to time. These are not destinations, they're awakenings. And if this glimpse moved you, imagine what else waits beyond the tourist trail. Subscribe to Secret World Travels and step into the unseen, the untouched, the unforgettable. Your next journey begins right here.